Hello and welcome into Sorare Spotlight. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Here today to talk about hot streaks, seeing who extended their hot streaks this weekend. We'll look over who won competitions, what kind of players you needed to get to win those competitions, whether it was in Division 1, 2, or 3, at least for limited and rare. And then we're going to look at the midweek. European nights are back this midweek. Champions League, Europa League, Europa Conference, big week on Sorare. And then we have another weekend coming up after that, and then a little international break. Feel like we just had one, and yet we're going to have one again. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. YouTube has seemed to have gone back to the YouTube handle instead of names, and I don't know why, what happens. But anyway, so we've got A Bear. I know that's A Bear. So what's up, A Bear? I don't know this one. Blowell. Hello. And Mikey Baston on the podium. So congratulations to you three. Mike says I have an audio delay on the stream, which is not great. Let me see. Maybe this will change. Hopefully that changed it. Mike. JT Chells, what's up? So Rare Soul. Sean Kennedy. See, you guys come more often and you say hi in the chat, and then I know who you are, and I can say hello. And appreciate everybody who does come in. I also appreciate all the lurkers out there. I know sometimes maybe you have it on a side screen at work or something. You can't be active in the chat. And, appreciate you coming in and watching. So yeah, we're looking at game week 23 this weekend, or that's what we're kind of in the middle. I wouldn't call it the middle. We're closing in at the end. There are some Monday matches that we're going to have to pay attention to. I did notice my Benjamin Borgo card is in action today. I just put him into a daily mission, and Alexandru Maxim's playing. And of course, the match everyone will be running to watch after this stream is Midtjylland at home. God knows who's going to start. Hopefully the guys who are in my lineups, but who knows? Who knows? Alex Wilson, what's up? Praise be to Erling Haaland. That is a reference to a different show that I did last week with Harry Trades. That was over on my channel, So Rare with Laird. And if you're looking for more English language content from me, I say that as if there's any other language content from me. But if you're looking for any others, So Rare with Laird is my YouTube channel. And last week we did a show, Harry and I did a show kind of helping people with their galleries and whatnot. And as weird as it sounds that our advice to Alex was go buy Erling Haaland, that was the advice. And it worked. It worked. Abear said, shout out to my man, Daniel Abear, or Herber. I don't actually know, who scored 100 for Magdeburg this game week. Man, I had some Magdeburg cards and I didn't play them because of the matchup. When we go into contender, and you can see my failings there, we can go into it. But Mike, no French content from me on the way. Don't even. If you are somebody who likes French content, though, there is plenty on this channel. I believe there is a show tomorrow and Wednesday, and then again Friday, I think. Bullstar, what's up? Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Mike, back to lurking, and then all of a sudden calls me out for saying I might do French content. I didn't even say that. Intimating or accidentally intimating. Anyway. So yeah, we're going to look at all of that. I had some moderate success this game week and a heart-crushing failure of getting the 5th streak in Ligue 1, despite buying some cards that I thought would get me there. And the more I saw my 5th streak slipping away, the more I was like, I wasn't fully ready for attacking the 5th streak. So I will be going back to 0, at least with a stronger gallery to get me to the top, I think. And so I'm hoping there's some lessons that I can learn from that one that'll help me with future hot streak attempts in other competitions. I don't think I'm going to get into that today. But if you're interested in that sort of thing, the So Rare with Laird channel on YouTube will have it. So anyway, let's look into what happened this game week. And like I said, I have all the latest hot streak data. Now, all of the data is obviously, well, it's up to date through yesterday's matches. We have obviously don't know what's going to happen for the rest of today, excuse me. So there could be, like I said, Midtjylland play today. So there could be some people who haven't qualified for another streak because they're Midtjylland stackers. And so they're just waiting for that. But we can at least get an idea of where we are heading into this. So as we've done the last few weeks, we'll look at the top players from the competitions. As we've also learned over the last few weeks, plenty of players that most of us have never heard of score 100, including this guy from Philadelphia, Olwethu Makanya, who I actually have never heard of. Now, that doesn't mean anything because I don't follow MLS as passionately as I used to, although I do see this. He did it without a decisive. My goodness gracious. 45 defending points. He did get the clean sheet, 8 clearances, 7 tackles won, an outfielder block, 3 blocks, excuse me, and a double-double. Let's see, 14-4 duels won. Holy moly. Wow. That is a big one. Sam, what's up? I think that's Sorare Burrow. I think. Again, I don't know what YouTube's doing. I don't know if it's a setting that, I don't think it's a setting. Anyway, let's see who else we got here. Let's see. There's Daniel Abear, Herber. Tom said Borgo already conceded a penalty. Oh, my word. Now, granted, I believe I should get credit for the mission because it probably says positive decisive. Yeah, it does say positive. Oh, well. But there he is right there. Bit painful that. Anyway, let's see. How many 100s did we get? If we just flow all the way to the bottom, there we go. Ryan Gravenberch, who I was listening to a podcast the other day and was corrected that it's like Gravenberch. I don't speak Dutch, and so it's a little tough for me. There's Kavicha, who I did have in a lineup, just not the right one. Fede Valverde, that's a nice one. Pote, Declan Rice, Joey Veerman, Teji Savigny, who, oh man, I besmirched Teji in a stream last week, and he showed me who's boss again. And as Blowell says, Dramel did it again. Yeah, Joel Dramel, I don't know if it's Dramel or Drommel, bangs 100 in a 1-0 win away to Sparta Rotterdam, which I think is his second. It is his second 100 of the season. I'm old enough to remember when they changed the goalkeeper scoring, and we were like, this may lead to more 100s. And Joel Dramel wrote that down. 2 goalkeeper 100s. Where was the other one? Did we pass it already? Where is the other one? I guess we could just sort by. Here we go. Carlos Miguel. Is that Palmeiras? It is. 2-0 win. Let's see. 10 saves, including 7 inside the box, 2 punches and 2 diving saves, and a goalkeeper smother. Why not? Hebert said, I got Gravenberch in a standard craft yesterday thanks to the cursed potion in part. We love that. David Alves, what's up? So the team who's going to win the Cursed Limited is pretty good. Oh, we're gonna look at that. I hope that's you, David, because that would be a little more fun. So yeah, that's Tob Layson 100 fooled me. Did he get 100? Is that last week? Oh, Layson down to a 92. He did have 100 at one point. There's Jean Boutez at 90, Mignon 89, Rui 88, Camilo Vargas. No way. No way. Home against Toluca. I have him, and as you can see, nowhere near a lineup. Jo Hyun Woo with a 86 in a wait a minute, conceded 3. Oh, saved a pen. What happened to Ulsan, man? This is already more goalkeeper content than I was expecting. Anyway, who was it? David was pointing out the curse special. Let's go into that because I can't. Maybe we'll look at the top players when we go into each individual each individual competition. But let's look at the curse special. So this is the top 4 curse special. Now, or excuse me, the cursed big 4. So obviously, Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga, Liga 1. And as a reminder, you need. Sorry, that's weird that just popped up. So you only needed 3 Halloween edition cards for this one. And as we see in this lineup, there were 5. Dominic Greif from Lyon, Alvaro Carreras from Real Madrid, who had 100, 83 from Greif. Marcos Llorente, 3-0 win and only scored 47. Shout out to Harry Trades on Marcos Llorente. Mbappe, captain, 88, and Antony, 3 decisives, 2 goals and an assist. James, 27A, $2,000 and a cursed jersey. Congratulations to you, James. Then we have Gleedy here, very different lineup, all Prem. Raya, Gabriel, and Declan Rice with the little Arsenal stack here against away to Burnley. Declan Rice, captain 100, way to be. Erling Haaland with a brace for 81, and then Bruno Fernandes at 80. David said, I'm in 131st with 402. I'm guessing 100. I think it was top 100 that won. Yes, top 100 got 415 points, that is. And then, so that was 1,500 and a jersey. And then the top rest of the podium was Raya and Gabriel again. Mats Wiefer with an 83 with a decisive. Wow. Haaland with the special edition there. That's a cool card. And then Amad Diallo, 73. And that's Gus Lightyear winning $1,000 there. So congratulations to you 3. And then there is the rare version, Rare Plus. And we have a Gladbach stack. Of course. A Borussia Mönchengladbach stack away to St. Pauli. And they win 4-0. Moritz Nicholas, Kevin Dykes, Frank Honorat, Harris Tabakovic, and Nico Elvedi. This is insane. How on earth is this? Wow. 466.48 points. Now, this is maybe, are there any Big 4 games today? Can I click? I don't want to click on the leaderboard because that kind of, let's see. Is there anything from the Big 4 today? Yes. No. Yes. Okay. So it's not a guaranteed. Rare Curse Comp was really good from an ROI perspective. Limited one had too many lineups. So the rare one had 424 entries in it, and top 100 won something. Top 100 got $50, up to 50. That is right. Copenhagen legend. You're right. Absolutely right about that. I couldn't remember if it was Copenhagen or somewhere else, but good call, Alex. Sid, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Hashtag win once, which is literally what Gladbach have done this season. Was that their first win of the season? Are they really that bad? Gladbach, 1 win. Unbelievable. That is so cool. Let's see. Second place, we have 4 of 5 Gladbach with a Max Eggestein thrown in there. Why not? Why are and Pranksy here with one of the cooler lineups I've seen. Neuer, Ta, Bellingham, Mbappe, and Gnabry. Wow, Gnabry's there. How about that? Pranksy, who is giving out lots of money this week because of his humongous game week. And then QTN moved to rare recently. Alex Ramiro, Santi Mourinho, Bellingham, Mbappe, Vitinha. That's what happens when you just buy the best plays. And then Alex Hamad here, I see, finished 5th for 500 and 10th for another 200. So congratulations to them. That's a good one. And then again, these are not done, but this is where we are right now. First place in the limited comp. Now, limited was also top 100, got prizes, right? and 2,531 were entered. Gladbach cards have been dirt cheap for rares. They should be, right? Like if you don't win any games. But first place in the rest of Europe comp is a Hertha Berlin's defensive stack, Chark Ernst, who I almost bought, and Tony Leisner, and then Joey Veerman, Ishmael Saibari, and Pote, Pedro Gonçalves. That's 2 193. How many points is this? 10,000? 573.11. Second place, 526. My goodness. Tony Leisner looks like a create a player character. It's kind of like what every contractor in the United States looks like. Anyway. So yeah, that's look at Sutonio in fourth. Schwallow, Baumgartner, Devlin, Saibari, and Veerman. PSV 5-2 win, so that's going to be plenty of people winning those. And then on the rare side, look at this. This is the exact, oh my God. Pagistral currently in first in the rare one. This is the exact lineup I played in Challenger Limited, except I captained Trincao instead of Pote. Literally the same exact lineup. It's my top lineup right here. Silva, Inacio, Pote, Trincao, Heilman, Holman, all there with 4 of the special edition cards. Leisner also plays with a headband. How about that? How about that? So yeah, this again still going, but that's going to be tough to catch. Was Nemo 8 also? Oh no, this is a PSV. Nope. AZ defensive stack, 3-man defensive stack as they won 1-0 away to Sparta Rotterdam. Dennis Mann, captain 100. Love that. And Oscar Gluck finally gets a decisive. I say that, but maybe he had one recently, but doesn't look like enough for me to care. Icy's got a question. I got a question. Got my third streak on La Liga rare. So the offer was 200 USD or 2,000 super rare essence. But my question is, do you know what the essence is, if it's All-Star or La Liga? I believe it's I thought it was supposed to be La Liga, and they definitely explained it in the blog. So let's do that. I'm almost certain, but let's see. Rewards choice. Here we go. So starting this game week, Essence flavor match. Alternative Essence rewards will now match the competition they come from instead of being an all-star. If you pick Essence instead of cash from a Premier League hot streak reward, you'll receive Premier League Essence, not all-star Essence. So looking at this, you should be getting La Liga Essence for this. Firstly, congratulations on hitting that streak. Secondly, congratulations again. That's all I got to say. But yes, that should be it. So yeah. All right. So we've got a lot of competitions, and not all of them are done yet, but we're going to pretend like, well, we're not going to pretend they are, but we'll look into it. So we'll start in the Prem, and we'll see here that the top lineup, Alex Hamad right now, 526.32 points, $2,500 reward. Marmardashvili, Gabriel, Declan Rice, Erling Haaland captain, and Salah. Salah, man, that's... So with Haaland Classic, it's funny to see like you would expect Raya Gabriel, but maybe you don't expect it. I don't know. But Liverpool with a 2-0 win away, or excuse me, at home against Aston Villa. Arsenal 2-0 away, win away to Burnley, excuse me. Man City 3-1 win against Bournemouth. And so that ends up being in first place with 526 points. Second place is at 517.49 right now. Dean Henderson, Mark Gahey, Rice, Haaland, and Caicedo. Caicedo with a 93. Wow. And then cap betting in third with a mostly Chelsea stack. Sanchez, Cucurella, Caicedo, João Pedro, and then Declan Rice, captain for 100. Now, actually, we can just go, let's see what our top players from the Prem were this weekend. Obviously, Declan Rice with 100, Gravenberch with 100, and Diego Gomez from Brighton with 100. Caicedo 93, Paqueta 90, and then everybody else below that. Murillo 89, Gabriel 89. Wow. Van Hecke 87. There's Cherky finally. Did he start? He did, right? 73 minutes, yeah. Who knows if we'll continue to see him starting or not. You would hope so, but who knows? There just comes to be a point where you obviously want to play him if he starts, but if he doesn't start, you're not going to just chance it to put him in a lineup. And so, yeah, who knows? The Van de Ven error led to goal, and Tonali blank killed me. Yeah, Tonali had been hot too. So I'm trying to see. So 526 was the top score in Division 1. Division 2 was 520. And in fact, in Division 2, only one person was over 500. And we have to go all the way down to 7th or 8th to get under 500 in Division 1. But the top one in Division 2, Verbruggen, Van Hecke, Caicedo captain, Gyökeres, and Salah. It's a fun lineup, actually. Oh, Sorare Seagull. I mean, if Brighton, this is great. Verbruggen, Van Hecke, Caicedo, launch edition Brighton jersey, Minta, and Dunk. That's a 3-0 win at home to Leeds. Shout out to Sorare Seagull. I love that. And then in Division 3, 489, 75 wins it with another 4 of 5 Brighton and then a Chelsea. But it's not Caicedo. It's Verbruggen, Van Hecke, Diego Gomez, Minta, and Reece James. Why not? But congratulations, Adam, on your $100 and your promotion to Division 2. Let's see what rare looked like. Division 1, Raya, Gabriel, Rice, Hallen, Caicedo. Very similar to what we saw in Limited. Second place, Raya, Gabriel, Rice, Cunha, and Caicedo. And then shout out to Peace, Love, Understanding. Raya, Gabriel, Caicedo, Haaland with the original honeycomb Dortmund jersey, and then a Reece James special edition. That's fun to see. And actually, let me pull up the hot streaks now. Does this work? Here we go. That does work. So in Prem Rare, as of right now, 30 people have hit the first streak. I'm sorry. 71 hit the first one. 30 hit the second. Nobody hit the third. One person did hit the fourth streak, so they'll be going for the fifth next week. But as of right now, nobody has hit the fifth streak in Prem Rare, which continues what we've seen all season, that nobody has gotten there yet. I know Yorkie Will was going for it. Maybe we could look at his lineups in a second. I don't know if he still has players going today. But on the limited side, 832 are new streakers. 277 hit the second streak, 33 hit the third, 14 hit the fourth. And so we'll have 14 new people going for the fifth, at least 14 going for the fifth streak next week. And they will also try to become the first people to hit the fifth streak in Prem hot streaks. Just wild how difficult it is. But as we see here, there is a way to get there. 550 is way more than you need to get the fifth streak in Prem Rare. I say that, and what is it, 520 for the Prem? 510, even easier. 510. Let's see how many people got there. So 10 or 11 got there. I guess we could just look at the whole leaderboard. Oh, I take it back. That is a big drop. So really only 6 in Division 1 hit 510. Now, this doesn't mean that they'll hit it next week. 1 hit it in Division 2. What did this lineup look like? Sanchez, Cucurella, Caicedo, João Pedro, Reece James. So all Chelsea. And then, yeah, nobody got it in Rare. That was an Enzo, who it looks like we literally just saw that change. Yeah, it's a tough one. That's a tough one. So where were we here? Yeah. So nothing new, but Prem's hard. Whoop. Sorry. Got a random tweet there I almost clicked on. So yeah, we'll see what happens when next week. And when Chelsea versus Wolves, very easy. Yeah, well, yeah. That was hold on, where were we? Oh, next week is Chelsea Wolves. That's right. All right, so we all buy our Chelsea stacks. Just saying. All right, Ligue 1, where I failed. Man. So first place in Ligue 1 limited. Mad God here. Restus from Toulouse, Bido from Lens, Christian Caceres, Esteban Lepal from Rennes, and Kavica Kvaratskhelia. 520.85 points. That's a lineup I would I would just never make myself, which means it's good. No Mercy went with a 4-player PSG stack, but then Anthony Lopez in goal. Nantes, and he scored 80 because he had a last man tackle, of course, in a 2-0 home loss to Metz. My gosh. Hakimi, 72, Vitinha, 75, captain, Kvaratskhelia, 100, and Pacho with 78. Okay. And then third place, Rui, Hakimi, Vitinha, Kvaratskhelia, and Crepin Diatta. Wow. That's a way to differentiate yourself for sure. 520 wins D1, 509 wins D2. Risser, Baidu, Akliuch, Lepal, and Kvaratskhelia. This Lepal, I've never heard of this player. Now, granted, I don't have much to do with Rennes lately, but yeah, those are pretty good scores. It's almost, if it's every other game, do you think it's just all home and away? No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, he scores both, but it's almost every other. Oh, this was last season, but he scored in game week 1, 5, 11, 15, 19, 22. That was a midweek, and then the 85, and then Paris FC next weekend. How about that? Okay, so that was 509. Hold on. Yeah, so 509 would finish second in D1. And then D3, 511. Wow. Lopez, Munier, Ranger, Lepal, Camara. No PSG to be found. 511 would have, also finished second. And then in rare, what do we have for rare? Oh my gosh, did No Mercy do this in limited and rare? Lopez, Hakimi, Vitinha, Kvaratskhelia, Pacho. Let me just pull it up in a different, hold on. This is amazing. Is it the exact same lineup? I guess we could just look directly at their lineups, but Lopez, Hakimi, Vitinha. Oh my, it's the same lineup. Good enough in rare, not good enough in limited. Classic Vitinha in this one. Classic Hakimi here. No Mercy. I love that. Just love that. Let's look at No Mercy's lineups. I know they're like they're a bit of a whale. So when you win $4,000 in a game, although that came from, so let's see here. First set, that is so cool. God, I love that. Hold on. I was hoping I could sort this by competition so we could put all the Ligue 1s together, but there's a lot going on here. Oh, here's another Ligue 1 rare. Rare. Strasbourg stack. That's a tough one. The Barco Classic Defender card. All right. All right. This is not going to accomplish what I was hoping. Oh, here's another Ligue 1. Donovan Leon, Hakimi, João Neves, Barcola, and Lucas Hernandez. Yeah, I guess Nuno Mensch was a bit of a surprise. Anyway, from a streak perspective, Rob Evans, thanks for coming in and hitting the like button. Love it. From a streak perspective, 274 people got the first streak. Oh, actually, since we weren't, I didn't do a midweek. So 2 people hit the top last midweek. I was one of these 28 who got the 4th streak in the midweek. I wasn't going to play, smashed it, and then got crushed this game week, like this weekend. But 274 hit the first streak, 44 in the second, 22 in the third, 2 in the fourth. I wonder how many people lost it in the midweek. Maybe a lot of people didn't play because obviously these numbers are much smaller. And then in rare, similar to the Prem, nobody has hit the 5th streak in Ligue 1 rare. And the only 2 people who have hit it in limited did it during the past midweek. So, which is kind of crazy. I think it's been obvious, as the numbers are showing us, and Ligue 1 are the hardest ones to get the streaks in, or at least have been the hardest. Jack Daniels, what's up? Appreciate you coming in, saying hi. And I do want to shout out Pranksy here. Finally won his first competition. We have 5 uniques in the super rare. I feel like we should just call it super rare plus, but it's Rui, Jordan Teze, and Adrian Thomason in-season uniques. And then we have the classic Kvaratskhelia, which he captained in 100. Love that. And then a Hakimi special edition classic. That's $4,000 raw prize plus 250 essence. But given that it gets multiplied because of all of the uniques, it's actually 18,000. An extra 14,000 for the uniques and an extra 890 essence. And looks like also $9,000 here for MLS in first place. Although I think that one's still going on. But as of right now, Pranksy's winning $13,751, 36,180 essences, and 1 card. Pranksy said last week there was if anyone doesn't watch over on the Pranksy Plays channel, they were going to give away 10% of their winnings over $15,000. And so perfect timing to win 32,000 in a game week. So yeah, congratulations there. Oh my gosh, a 4th place finish too. Chevalier, Hakimi, Højbjerg, Vitinha, Kvaratskhelia, special edition, unique. Beautiful card. Gosh. Agreed, Bob. That is crazy. That is crazy. All right. Prem Ligue 1 we did. La Liga. Actually, we didn't really do the top scoring players for Ligue 1. Let me pull that up. Rewards, top players. Obviously, we know Kvaratskhelia was there. Baidu, Kvaratskhelia were the only hundreds. Yeah, Rongier, 98. Munier, 90. Oh my gosh, Bouadi had an 85. I have his card. I have an Ayu Museko super rare. Look at him getting an 83. 0-0 with Toulouse. Ugh. I have a Mandy I didn't play. There's Barco. Man. Surface to air missile. What's up? Anyway, La Liga. What happened? How'd you win? How do you win in La Liga? Oh, wait, is this the current? No. Oh, wait, comment. That's not what we want. There we go. Okay. So Real Madrid won 4-0. Betis won 3-0. Barcelona won 3-1. So I'm guessing it's going to just be a lot of combinations of those. Carreras goated. Yeah. Yeah. So we've got first place Courtois Summer Edition card. Love to see it. Carreras, Valverde, hundreds. Anthony Captain, 91. Alejandro Balde, 73. So that's what, 516 points for Lomax Lorax, $2,000 right now. 2 100s, Captain the 91. So I won't like totally wrong captain them, but it's up there. That was 516 points. Second place, Courtois, Carreras, Arda Güler, Mbappe, and Bellingham. So just full Real Madrid with the Mbappe Classic captain. And then third place, Courtois, Carreras, Güler, Mbappe, Bellingham. Is that the same lineup? Mbappe, Bellingham. Yeah, just different captain, right? One Mbappe captain. Oh, no, they're both. Wait a minute. Yeah, same lineups. Different classic cards, same captain. Anyone we know on the leaderboard here? I don't think so. Oh, there's QTN. Courtois, Heisen had a 59. Bellingham, Yamal, Mbappe. You buy the best cards, you're going to finish there. And then in rare, Courtois, Carreras, Bellingham, Mbappe, Güler. So yeah, it looks like the Real Madrid is how you do it. There's Launa, Oblak, Mourinho, Bellingham, Yamal, Mbappe. That usually works. And then let me get La Liga streak data. So La Liga, we've got 2,243 people who hit the first streak. Looks like kind of a reset week. 26 hit the fourth. So we'll have 26 new people going for the fifth streak next game week or next weekend, excuse me. We've already seen 24 people hit the top streak in La Liga in limited, 22 with the first game week. I wonder if that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I don't know if that was the 5X. Yeah, I don't know. And then to the following week, but we've only had 2 people in rare hit the fifth streak. 148 hit the first streak this game week, 9 hit the second, 15 hit the third, 2 hit the fourth. I think Andreas is one of them who was here. If I had Luis Jr. in that lineup as I had to start, at least I'm one of the 2 on the fourth streak. There we go. There we go. So yeah, good luck next game week. I wonder what do we have for next game week with the powerhouse teams? Madrid away to Vallecano, Barca away to Celta Vigo, Betis away to Valencia. Could it be an Atletico Madrid home against Levante week? I wonder how many people will wait and not play. Like most people who are getting there have Madrid Barca stacks. I wonder how many people will look at the other. We'll wait until after the international break. Madrid away to Vallecano and then away to Elche. Barcelona home against Athletic Club after that, and then home against Alaves. You could wait a couple weeks. Do we have is that a double game week? We have some midweek, not enough to have it open. Oh, that's right. Real play away until December. I forgot about that. That's right. Which just feels crazy to me, but it is what it is. Let's see. Primera Liga. We'll take Liga on out. Carreras, Valverde, the only hundreds. Oscar Mingueza, 94. Anthony, 91. Mbappe, 88. There's Luis Jr., 87. Looks like some Villarreal stacks could have done very well. Thiago Almada, 84. Oh my God. Wait a minute. What happened to Villarreal? 4-0 away to Vallecano. And just looked like everybody was scoring well. Mbappe doesn't care if he's away anyway. That's true. Oh, Borrego, let's go. So let's see. Luis Jr., Pedraza, Malero. Mourinho, Moreno. Yeah, you would think that there was a big score there somewhere, but the more we look, the more we see just Real Madrid. There's Alex Baena. Wow. So there's a decent amount of Mourinho that's not Jose, but hold on, let me go back to limited. Actually, I guess Rare could have done it too. First place, do we have any? There it is. Okay. So first place in La Liga Limited Division 3, Luis Jr., Juan Foyth, Alberto Malero, Gerard Moreno, and Alfonso Pedraza. What is that? 498.66. Post international break rotation ball will be fun. Ugh. Let's not even worry about that yet. Let's enjoy what we have. Did we have a Villarreal stack in D3 rare too? Stack so rare? We sure did. Junior Mourinho, Malero, Moreno, Pedraza. Same lineup. Not an 569. Oh, holy mo! Wait a minute. 569 wins Division 1 and 2. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. 569. Win bonuses for highest scoring. Yeah. Let's see. Bummer. But, off to D2. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on to Bundesliga, which I had my own streak crash and burn. We've got a Gladbach defensive stack. I guess you could call it, and then just a game stack of Wolfsburg Hoffenheim. Max Arnold and Mohamed Amora from Wolfsburg, and then Andre Kramaric, captain, gets them to 453 points, $2,000. My lineups were not remotely close. I got crushed with multiple negative decisives. I had, let's see, Nubel error led to goal and Jeff Chabot own goal. And then just Leipzig, David Raum, my goodness, has been so bad since I bought him. I think I literally bought him after this 78. I'm not even sure I got that 70. Actually, I might have gotten the 78. And it just looks like such a classic example of chasing the big scores. And you might be right. Unfortunately, oh my goodness, so bad. Top scoring players in the Bundesliga this week, 95. Nobody got a Tom Bischoff started. I have a Bischoff rookie card. Definitely didn't play it. And he gets a 93. Who did he start for? I totally missed that. I knew that Bayern rotated because I remember seeing Kane and Elise didn't start. Let's see. Nicholas Jackson, Carl. Yeah. Oh my gosh, he was starting at left back too. What a mess. Okay. Let's see. So that's first place. Second place, Moritz Nicholas, Aaron Anselmino. Plays for Dortmund on loan from Chelsea. Didn't know that. There's Amiri captain, Jean-Luc Dompe, and Dykes. Third place, Galashi, Kufal, Goretzka, Kramaric, and Jacob Kaminski in a 4-0 win. Man, I just want to look at this because I have Eric Martel from Cologne, and I don't think he scored that well. And it looks like when you score 4 goals, oh my God, 39. I guess playing. Does he normally play center back? I don't know why I thought he played in here. Oh, and that Dompe goal was in a 4-1 loss. Wow. And Salima was playing right center back because of all the injuries to Dortmund CVs. Oh, okay. Yeah, very unusual Bundesliga leaderboard, for sure. And on the rare, I imagine there are plenty of streaks that got crushed because of it. So rare was the Gladbach, almost all Gladbach except for Kramaric. Yeah, hashtag win once. Second place, Nicholas Elvedi, Kimmich, captain, Kramaric, jersey mint, that's fun. And then Ritsu Doan. And then third place, Kobel, Aaron Anselmine, there he is, Kimmich, Girassi, Bensabaini, who everybody ran after he was deemed fit to play, 64. Girassi on the score sheet again. And let's see, from a streak perspective, yeah, 781 hit the first streak. So we had 8 people hit the top streak last game week for in limited Bundesliga. So that is on top of the 88 who had already gotten there. 74 people hit it in the game week where I thought it was over 100, to be honest. That was the last 5X streak, wasn't it? Maybe 5X was before that. This is just the last 6 weeks, 6 game weeks, weekend game weeks, no less. Anyway, 14 hit it 3 game weeks ago, 8 last week, and then 4 people hit it. Wow, 154. Wow. Okay, so 154 people hit the fourth streak last weekend in the Bundesliga. Now, we don't know that if all of them played their lineups this game week. We know that there are a lot of Bayern Munich stackers. Bayern Munich home against Bayer Leverkusen. There was some talk about rotation, but I don't think anybody expected it to be quite as significant as it was. But that's incredible to see from 154. Although I guess, yeah, 154 made it last game week. So that means 154 people were eligible for the 5th streak this game week, and nobody hit it. Now, I don't think all 154 played, but literally 0. And then 4 people hit the 4th streak this game week in limited. And in rare, nobody's hit the 5th in the last 3 game weeks. 12 hit the 4th streak last week. Nobody got to the 5th, and then 1 hit it. Gosh. Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot of people to cut off, meaning like that may have fallen off. I just want to quickly look at the super rare one. Nicholas Deeks, Engelhart, Honorat, Kramish. Yeah, I mean, Nanzo. Nanzo's second with a 4-player Gladbach stack and Kramaric. How are there this many people with Gladbach stacks? Like, why? Like, they played a winless team away to St. Pauli. Now, St. Pauli aren't great. Like, they had 2 wins, but you're literally playing coming into the game, or I guess now after, 16th away to 15th. And you're going to stack them? Why are we doing that? I mean, the answer is because I want to win $3,000, Laird. Berlin Rare here is like, yeah, give it to me. Yeah, my lineups were dreadful. And I've already lost the page, so I'm not even going to go back. And you said, I can see it. Gladbach, not bad on paper, and just sack their coach, so it's time to get back on track. I guess. Cheap and no divisions. But, like, I mean, in limited, we're seeing it. Although maybe we're not seeing it quite a bit. But we certainly are in rare. Wasn't rare top 1? Yeah, like a Gladbach stack. First, second, like a Gladbach defensive stack with a Kimmich. I mean, this guy at least has a Gladbach logo and only played 1 Gladbach. Oh my God. Hopefully they don't have like a full collection and played it somewhere else. Of course we're going to look. Power of the blockchain. Shout out to Solana. 994. Is that what they won? How much did they win here? 500. So they won somewhere else. 360 in. So here's the Gladbach stack. Bundesliga super rare. Finished 15th for 300. 15th pays 360. Wow. Cash all the way down to 20th, huh? All right, that's good then. That's good. Top players in the Bundesliga this game week. Oh, yeah, we looked at this already, and it made me sad. There's Kramaric. You can see if you are unaware of this page or just not familiar with it, if you go to your the play section and you go up to top players, you can find it. I was just sorting it by Bundesliga, but one of the cool features they have is this little icon here next to a player if you have them in a lineup, and you can just click it and it'll quickly show you the lineup. And it also can make you feel terrible when you're scrolling endlessly and you have none of these logos and you played 3 Bundesliga lineups, and it'll just show you how bad. I have Stiller here. Oh, same lineup, yeah. Just bad. Back to 0 on Bundesliga for Laird. JPL, the Jupiler Pro League. What do I have here? Here's the streak data. First place, Van Krombrugge KMB. So a Genk stack away to Westerlo. Zorgane finally doing something. 91 in a 4-1 win away to, is that Zulte Wahlgrim? Yeah. And then an Anderlecht stack of Torgan Hazard and Adriano Bertaccini. Fun lineup. Bruce Bossfella. Way to be. Way to be. Is there a match today? Is there a JPL? I don't think I can sort this by, let's see, Via Defensia, Lazio, Pau, Sunderland, Oviedo. I don't believe, so JPL looks like it's done. So second place is a Bruges, not mostly a Bruges stack, but a Tobe Layson goalkeeper. They won 4-0 at home against Ghent. But then Kiriani Sabe, whose rookie card I have, Stankovic. Oh, no. Stankovic, Forbes, and Zolas. So mostly Bruges. And then third place, Kakubo Van Helden from STVV. Zorgane, Nilsson Angulo, captain, and Stankovic. Wow. Oh, there's Mickey. Would Mickey roll out? Van Krombrugge, Smets. Karetzas finally has a good game. Oh, Patrick Fluck. No way. Ugh, Zolas. I would bet this is Karetzas' first green score in 3 months. Oh, back-to-back. Excuse me. I was just thinking this. Bertaccini is a killer. 16 goals last season. If it had not been injury start to this season, they could be better. Okay, so that 486 wins it in limited. And in rare, Toblason, Flavio Nazinho, Ryotaro Ito, Christos Zolas, and Nilsson Angulo. First place, 527. LeBroke James, Layson, Kayembe, Hainan, Zolas. Oh, a celebration card. That's fun. And Thomas Henry. And then super rare is Tyson Gallery for sale. Layson, Taiga Hata, Lucas Lacomi, Ilias Seboawi, was he at Napoli or Strasbourg, maybe? I have his card. And Abdoulaye Sissoko. So here's another pro tip. If you know a player and you have a card, you can just go to his player page And it'll say here right under his name, you own one card. Oh, and it's a Heerenveen card that I own of his. Jersey Mint? Jersey Mint. As part of my Heerenveen collection that I built around Mats Kollert. There he is. I got a Levi Smans, who's out with a torn ACL, Jersey Mint, and a Sebaoui. Ilias Sebaoui. Yeah, that's what I would say. Shout out to Jersey Mints. And then from a streak perspective, this has gone cold too. 1,427. Kollert is in Denmark now. He plays for Brøndby. 1,427 people hit the first streak in limited, 249 the second, 12 in third, and 3 hit the fourth streak. Nobody has hit the fifth streak in the last, what is that, 7 game weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it looks like we only have one who have hit the fifth streak in total this season in rare. In fact, we've only had, what is that, 3, 5, 6 people have even hit the fourth streak in rare in JPL. Rough year for JPL, not going to lie. But we have 3 people going for the top streak next game week, or at least they're eligible for it. The highest we saw was 56 going for it, but again, only 2 hit it the following week and then 1 since then. So JPL not proving to be that easy from a hot streak perspective, but they're not supposed to be easy, I guess. From a player perspective, how did they do? I mean, we know that there just weren't that many high scoring. Here we go. So Ito was top. That's Ryotaro Ito at 95. Angulo 92, Layson 92, Zorgain 91, and Rogerio Nyakosi at 90. I mean, we didn't even have, 12 players, 80 and above. Just low scoring week in JPL, although I think it's kind of generally low scoring. So we'll move on to the Eredivisie, which is not really known for being low scoring, as we see the top prize here, 519.78, which is short on the streak, isn't it? One day I'll remember what the streak levels are just off the top of my head. Eredivisie. Oh, it's 510, excuse me, not 520. So that would have hit the fifth streak if they were on there. We've got Dramel with the 100, and then Serginho Dest, Veerman, Saibari, and Sam Stein. So we've got 3 from PSV. Dramel's 100. Again, yeah, his second of the season, and then a Feyenoord at home against Volendam. I did see Volendam scored in that game, which I think crushed a lot of people's hopes. But that's Terschelling 1993. Congrats there, 1,200. Gacetinho second. Barkas with 100. Oh, no, sorry. Barkas with 81. Guevara Reed, who has a rookie card, and I keep forgetting to buy it, 83. Joey Veerman, captain, 100. Way to be. Saibari, 93. And Anes Haj Musa, 63. That's second place. And that's pretty solid. On the rare side, Zilly wins it. Dramel, Morrow Jr., Joey Veerman, Ayase Ueda, and Sofian El Kharari. I believe Ueda had a couple big chances missed, and by a couple, I mean 3. I think that's a few. Oh, you're right, Anion. 460 unlimited. Sorry, my fault. So actually, going back there, plenty of people could have hit it. In fact, 50th place. Yeah, lots of people could hit it. I was shocked by Heracles scoring 8 goals. They had 7 total in the previous 10 matches. And yet, we don't see Heracles stacks here anywhere. And I do want to take a quick minute. Harry Trades is somewhere here, isn't he? Oh, there's Pranksy. I forget where Harry finished. I thought he was... Oh, maybe. Oh no, it was Challenger. It wasn't Eredivisie. I know he's an Eredivisie guy, so that's what I was thinking of it. But anyway, JYR 77, 650 in super rare. Dramel, Anna Salah Edine, Sam Stein, Ishmael Saibari, and Kaj de Rouge from Pek Zwolle. Wow. In the 8-0 loss. Jiz Hornkamp with a 95 thanks to a hat trick. Herstich with 100, 2 assists. Wow. Goalie with a 0. Like, this is what happens when you give up 8 goals. 18, 31 combined points between the 4 defenders and the goalkeeper. I saw that Harry bought a full Excelsior collection this weekend going full degen. He's an Excelsior boy. He knows that's what he does. Loves Excelsior. So Eredivisie streaks. So we're talking about how high scoring it is and how it's easier. 4 people have hit the top streak in Eredivisie Limited. Nobody's hit it in rare. 4 people have hit the 4th streak in rare, and many more in limited. I'm not going to quick math that one, but a season high 24 hit it this game week. Oh, one person hit the 5th streak in limited. Congratulations to them. They joined 3 others who did it earlier in the season. 1,623 first streak, 689 second, 77 third, 24 fourth, and yeah, that one in the 5th. Let's check out Eredivisie. Let's see. Why don't I see it here? There it is. Wow, pushed all the way down. So we've got 4 100s. That's Hristich from Heracles, Dennis Mann from PSV, Dramel from Sparta Rotterdam, and Veerman. Although all of that, what is that, 15 at 80 and above, which included 2 goalkeepers. They were the only ones. Oh, yeah. And Owusu Odoro, 79. Kovar, oh my gosh, 14. Gave up 2 goals, error led to goal. That's killer. Just killer. Remco Pasveer still going. How about that? All right, let's look at, we'll do MLS. Why not? First place in MLS, JJ Jamello, $600. Andre Blake, Kai Wagner, Mark Delgado, Messi, and Bowanga. Oh, ATX. Blake, Wagner, Bearhalter, Hyungmin Sun, and Bowanga. Love that. I do have some streak data from there as well. First place, Sorare Deco, ATX. Oh, wow. Must have had a great MLS week then. But Blake Wagner, Shambost, Bowanga, and Sun. There is still a game left. You're right, Don. Good call. But we do have streak data for those who are still going for it. It looks like 6 people hit the top streak this game week in limited. Nobody in rare, but 6 more in the top one. And that's not boosted yet. I think that one more. Yeah, Seattle, Minnesota still tonight. So all those Rusnak people will appreciate his double decisive tonight. I think I put him in a mission earlier, but yeah, 1 person hitting the 4th in rare. So they'll go for the 5th streak next game week. Hopefully their players are still around, and then 25 hit the 4th in limited. Bowanga had an eventful evening, 2 goals and an assist and a handball penalty committed. Ugh. Oh yeah, there it is. Unlucky. But MLS, like we see, like a lot of people comparing it to the number of people who hit the 5th streak in the other competitions, like way more have been hitting it in MLS. Now the numbers are a little lower in MLS. I will give that. Like the thresholds are lower in MLS. MLS, I'll go to limited because that's what I've been playing unsuccessfully. So yeah, 350, 370, 390, 410, and 430 for the top streak in limited. But prizes are also lower as well. So there's that. Challenger and contender. I wonder if we can. We got to go league by league, which I won't do. So there is still some more challenger going on today. So let's not get carried away, but just looking at what the top is right now: Trubin, Otamendi, Holmond, Dodi Lokebakio from Benfica, and Pote captain. I wonder if this is my old Pote card. I had a limited. The odds that it's my card are, well, probably 1 in 600, 700. Not mine. I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. But anyway, here we have Benfica Sporting combo with Lawrence Shanklin, Trubin, Otamendi, Holman, Shanklin, Inacio. There's QTN finishing the bottom, or the top 10. Ruiz Silva, Inacio, Elianasi, Shanklin, and Baumgartner. And then, oh, look, there I am in 30th. Silva, Inacio, Gonsalves. Is that how we say it? I don't know. Trincao, excuse me. And Holman. They played Friday. I hit the streak. And I think I'm on the third streak. Yes. So I hit the third streak. I needed 400. Scored 477. And we move on. Hopefully scoring 420 next week and then 460 the week after. I will say that the international break is calling up. Just call him Pote. Yeah, I should just do that. So they play this weekend. I don't even know who Sporting play. As you can see, like I happen to play the full stack. I was fully aware that there are people who probably have higher bonuses than me. Just going for the streak, I thought this was my best chance at it. So David, it's not really Gonsalves though. Like it is if we want to Englishize it. But I actually had a couple because I have a Benfica and Porto collections also. And I did just stack them this week going for the streak. So I needed, what did I need? 400? Sorry. Literally going back again because I can't remember. I should just write it down and have it like on the. Here we go. I needed 400 and I thought I could do it with multiple lineups. Turns out I was dead wrong. I had Pavlidis here. Oh, actually, Maxim's still playing. So I could technically still do it. But I had a Trubin Otamendi combo here. Otamendi's yellow card means he's suspended for next week's home game against Casa Pia, which is infuriating. Infuriating. Gonsalves is Brazilian Portuguese, which Pote is not. So anyway, but I had this Trubin, Otamendi, and Barnechea and Pavlidis. Pavlidis with a 27, terrible, just terrible. Gonsalves. I don't know if that sounds. I mean, Aber, I think you're the expert there, but anyway. And then Porto had a tougher matchup against Braga, one of like 3 moderately tough matchups they'll have all season. Costa Bednarik didn't work. Captain Trincao, Frohold I picked up because I wasn't sure if Pepe was going to start. David said, I'm Portuguese from Portugal. Now I'm all sorts of confused. Anyway, and then I have Maxim going again. And then my final one was a Fenner stack. They were away to Besiktas. I didn't expect much, but I did get this Samuel Dahl goal, which I didn't expect much. I was hoping to get promoted to Division 1 from this lineup. Probably a lot to ask. Did this one get promoted? This one, he's literally getting relegated, although I need 14 more points from Maxim to stay in Division 2. But this one, as of right now, is going up. So I'll hopefully have 2 Division 1s next week. But anyway, and in rare, there's Harry trades. So I'll give Graham his due here. Salinger, Inacio, Pote, Shanklin, Harry Milne. Milne? I don't know. Heart Skies here again. So that's first right now at 542. Harry, 33 points behind. Nicholas Polster and Dominic Baumgartner from, are they on pellets or are they on Tyrol? pellets. All right. Kraziridis and Stuart Finley from Hearts, and then Pote captain. That's a beautiful card. This is like this is the card I could never get. But anyway, Harry, GG's. I think Harry's going for the 5th streak next game week. So wish him the best on that. And then let's look at the challenger streaks. So one person hit the 5th streak this game week in limited. 88 hit the 3rd streak. This is where I am right now. 14 hit the 4th. One person hit the 4th streak. Harry Trades. I think he's the one. I'm almost certain. I wonder if it'll show it to us on his. Is he the only one who did it this week? It's this team that doesn't show us the hot streak. That's frustrating. 2 hot streaks. Does that show it? No. Oh, you know what? I think Harry hit it twice. Maybe. I'm trying to find his challenger. There's a challenger that's relegated. So probably not that one. And these scores are too low. So I take it back. But I thought he was on the 3rd streak. Or excuse me, on the 4th. Meaning that got him the 4th streak. Let me double check here. Wait, he did hit it twice. Yeah, so he hit the 4th streak. Yeah. And he did hit it twice. He also finished 31st in Division 1. We still have his? Yeah, hold on. 2nd. Oh, literally right next to it. In fact, he's been opted up, 28th. So both of these lineups hit it. Congrats, Harry. That's awesome. So Harry is the only one. Oh, no. Yeah, the only one who is going for it next game week. And he literally had 2 lineups get there. So unless these 2 people are, we're holding out. So good luck, Harry. And then one person hit it this game week in limited, 14 in rare. Excuse me, 14 hit the 4th. Let's see. We had to pick all of the individual competitions, but I guess we could do that. Let's see if I can actually do these. I guess it's just all at the bottom here. So Primera, Championship, Bundesliga. Where's Denmark? Superliga. Is that all of them? Superliga? No, I need Austria. No, yeah, Austrian Bundesliga. Oh, no, I got that one already. Oh, SPFL. How could I forget? Premiership? There it is. Okay. 5 100s, including Pote here, although he might be the only one with in-season cards. Oh, Turkish Super League. Thank you, Don and Anyan. As I was just talking about my Fenner stack. Does that change the top? It does not. Kiefer Moore. I need the Midtjylland boys, Francolino and Osorio, to average 64 to win Division 2. Not the easiest matchup, though. Not the easiest matchup. Championship is contender. I'm genuinely didn't know that. And then, yeah, Syria, not Italian, not Brazilian Syria, but Italian. There we go. Oh, Mancini. Yeah, Challenger's weird with all these Serie A cards. sometimes in here, like Jean Butez, Mike Mignon. Kind of like, what is Mike Mignon doing with some guy from Austria, Vienna? But it is what it is. What does Super Rare Challenger look like? Polster, Baumgartner, Noah. So it's a lot of Austria. I'm guessing Bambi has. Oh, that's Portugal. Okay. I thought Bambi had a Hearts collection. I was almost certain that Bambi had maybe it's Behab. Oh, Behab has the Hearts collection. Yeah, we don't need to look at this. That's just going to make us feel bad. All right. Now everybody's favorite competition, Contender. So we still have J League and K League, or this is K League. Kim Kyung Min, Hong Jiang Ho, and Lee Sun Min, along with Alexander Nolenberger and Tony Leisner. Now, again, we do have some contenders still going on, so we don't want to. This isn't necessarily the first place, but 502 points. Currently, the top of Division 1 in Limited. In Rare, very similar kind of makeup with a Chris Mepham captain. Oh, Matsuyama second. We have to appreciate the irony of the J League guy in second with a Hertha Berlin stack plus Igor Deviv. Fabian Rees again on the score sheet, Cuisance with a goal. And there's our regen guy and Ernst. I have Contender hot streak data. Here we go. So Contender we've seen so far. So we've got 15, 16, 19, 34 people have hit the fifth streak in Contender Limited. Nobody in Rare. Gosh, that's wild. 4 people have hit the fourth streak. I think I lost my streak in Contender this game week. I'm almost certain. Now, I did play my Paderborn stack. Now, Bauer probably wouldn't have helped anyway, but I had these 3 guys. They did concede, so I guess it doesn't even matter. But in Contender, I still have Racing, but River Plate, yeah, I was not remote. I needed 3. Yeah, I couldn't even get to the first streak, 360. 220, Enzo Perez, DNP. I still have Basso. He just needs 140 on his own. Yeah, the Marvin Vonnetzek blank hurt. Florian Tardieu didn't do anything. Cecilia can only do so much. What do I need? 420 for the second streak here, but not much going on. But yeah, River Plate 1-0 loss at home on a penalty. Not great. Oh yeah, and somebody said Magdeburg. Somebody got 100 from Magdeburg, didn't they? Hey, there's a bear. Wow. So I have Ryman, Matheson, and Atich. That's probably a hard K. But anyway, yeah, that's a tough one. The Contender, yeah, looking rough. And I don't really care about Champ. No money to win here. But anyway, first place, Courtois, Hakimi, Gabriel, Vitinha, Declan Rice, Mbappe, Haaland. Yeah, these are just absurd. Rare was Mamardashvili, Daniel Munoz, Hakimi, Vitinha, Rice, Mbappe, Kvaratskhelia. Oh, there's Yippee Kaye. There we go. Winning 1,000 essence. Muric, Eric Garcia, Hakimi, Vitinha, Mbappe, Guler, Haaland. I feel like I'm the first one who didn't play Mbappe, Haaland. This was my lineup. Bern Leno, Guela Due, Alessandro Buongiorno, Bellingham captain, Modric, Julian Alvarez, and Bruno Fernandes. I actually had Çalhanoğlu in Modric's spot. Took him out because I didn't think he would start. And he did, and then he scored 100. Which is just great. Anyway, that was a long time going through everything, but I kind of like doing that just to see where, where how people are winning. I think it's really important to kind of like look to see what lineups people are putting together and how hard the streaks are, but also how people are being successful with their streaks. So if there's something that during these spotlights, I mean, we're literally putting a spotlight on these tournaments, which is kind of the point of this show. And so if there are other things that you'd like me to look at during every Monday when we do this, I'm happy to do it. But I will say, I just want to look at John Nellis here. Looks like he's winning some cash from this Prem lineup. Looks like he's got one of the Salah special editions. God, that's a great card. One of the Ballon d'Or ones. Nick Pope, Gahey, Caicedo, Classic Haaland. I believe he won this one. Yeah, one as a reward. Love that. So he's now in Division 1. This one's getting promoted after finishing 9th in Division 2, working his way up. Love it, John. Love it. Anyway, so we've got European nights this midweek, which includes Champions League and Europa. So we have both competitions happening. We've got $2,500 up for grabs in the Champions League special in limited. In rare, we have 3,000, and in super rare, this is in season, 5,000. So you need 4 in season cards to compete for the cash. There is a classic competition as well, European Champions Classic. So anybody who wants to play SO7 with their Champions League cards, you are more than welcome to. I do have, and then there is another championship game week for those of you who are looking to participate there. I actually admittedly didn't look at the prizes for the November championship. So it is cap 280, mixed scarcities. All right. So here are the prizes. First place wins 4 VIP tickets to a Premier League VIP Boxing Day tour, 2 VIP match experiences, Crystal Palace, Tottenham, Sunderland, Man City on December 30th, plus €1,000 in expenses. Second place is 2 VIP tickets to Aston Villa versus United on December 21st and €1,000. Third place, 2 VIP tickets to Real Madrid versus Sevilla plus €1,000 in expenses as well. All rewarded jerseys will be signed. So that's, let's see, 6th through 40th will get signed jerseys, and then 41st through 100th will get 2 regular tickets from either the Prem, La Liga, Bundesliga, or Ligue 1. And then obviously the higher you finish, the that sets the priority to getting your tickets. So I have some champs cards. PSG Bayern, Sporting at Juventus, Bayer Leverkusen at Benfica. These are just kind of the cards that I have. Monaco at Bodo Glimt, and I think that's it. Matchup wise, I'm guessing it's a Benfica situation here. Club Brugge at home against Barcelona. Yikes. I kind of really like Bodo Glimt at home against Monaco for how leaky Monaco are. Liverpool at home against Real Madrid. Copenhagen away to Tottenham. Again, these are just kind of like the cards that I have. Baranachet has been quite good recently. I just don't think you win with a stack. But maybe you just win with the right stack. Oh, wait, there was Inter home against, I don't even know what that is. But, Chanugu's not going to start. Bummer. Yeah, this PSG thing. So now that I have PSG cards because I was chasing the 5th streak in Ligue 1 and didn't get there. I don't have many Barcelona cards. But let's see. Jude. If I play Baranachea, I do have Jens Petter Hauge, who's been okay. Budo Glimt at home are a beast. We've got Atletico Madrid home against USG. Man City, Dortmund. That's some good matchups this week. So I wonder if I play Actually, what we should do, check over our good friends at Sorare Inside and just see who the biggest favorites are. It's Inter. Good for watching bad scoring. I don't know if it's that bad. Shakhtar, AK against Shamrock Rovers. There's Aston Villa. Yeah, Atletico Madrid are big favorites. Arsenal big favorites away to Slavia Prague. Spurs like this. I don't know about that. I know Copenhagen haven't been great, but I don't know about Spurs. I don't know about that. Bologna Brand. How about that? Crystal Palace home against AZ. There's Vallecano, big favorites. I was getting all excited about Budo Glimt. Who are they against again? Oh, Monaco. Yeah. So they probably won't get the respect. It does feel weird playing a rare here because it's only 10%. And then I need an in-season card to finish it out because you need 4. I do have another, I have more Benfica cards. Where's Dahl? Here he is. I think Budo is evens according to the bookies. Close enough. Basically as close as PSG Bayern. Lille away to Red Star. Oof. That's Red Star Belgrade, not Red Star FC. Strasbourg away to Haken. That's in Sweden. I believe that's a 10-hour flight. Maybe it was 8 hours. It was far. Gala favored away to Ajax. So this is the whole game. This is not just champions. Will this allow me? Oh, it will. Here we go. If we fade our opponents here and make it a little easier, it's a lot of Prem. It's Milan, Atletico Madrid, and then Prem. Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea, Man City, Villarreal, away to Paphos. Do I dare check the Midtjylland lineup here? Oh, Simsir starts, of course. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Anyway, I hate Pavlidis so much. I just got Luca Bacchio, so I don't have to rely on Pav for my Benfica stack. I mean, it's like one-ish bad game. But anyway, Napoli, Frankfurt, Juve, Sporting. That's in Italy, so that's why Sporting are such underdogs. Benfica, all right, Benfica are decent favorites. Not huge, but there's some respect there. Maybe I'll just go Benfica with JPH. I mean, Bayer Leverkusen are still they're still a legit team. No promotion or relegation here, so that makes everybody feel a little bit better. And then if we look at the European we just call it European leagues. In terms of new cards, we have Aston Villa, Palace, Vallecano, Forest, Braga at home against Genk, and Forest away to Sturm Graz. Roma at Rangers, big favorites. Wow. Porto favored away to Utrecht. That doesn't feel so bad for a Porto collection. Stuttgart strongly favored against Feyenoord. I feel like that's a little surprising. And Betis against Lyon. Hmm, I don't know. There's Midtjylland Celtic. Oh my goodness, it's a Laird Quinney derby. Didn't even know. I don't have any Midtjylland in-season cards though. Strasbourg. There's the Strasbourg at Haken. Mainz home against Fiorentina. I actually have a lot of cards here, but just nothing that great. These odds seem a little odd. Do they? I feel like sometimes we get a little carried away when it comes to Sorare in terms of like teams that we know that are good in their domestic leagues, and then they go into European competition, and we're just like, oh, they're actually forgot it. They're actually quite bad when it comes to like real life football. Here's Fenner away to Pilsen. Yeah, where were they? 43. Wow. That is like total disrespect. I know Victoria Pilsen are no pushovers, but like, come on now. Porto almost lost to Braga yesterday. Yeah, but they didn't. It's not like Stuttgart and Porto are world beaters. Yeah. But it's also not like just because a team is in Ligue 1 or Serie A that they're much better. Turkish clubs always disappoint in Europe, to be fair. That's okay. Yeah, I'll give you that one. So I'm for mine at least, I'm looking at Lille at Red Star Belgrade, Strasbourg at Haken in Sweden, Stuttgart at home against Feyenoord. Like that's one. Like you don't go in there thinking like Stuttgart will definitely beat Feyenoord. I wish they would say how they base and calculate the odds and based on what data. Well, I mean, these are like sportsbook odds, so they're not sportsbooks are certainly not going to tell you that. These aren't like calculated by Sorare Inside. Um, where was Stuttgart? 53% against Feyenoord. And maybe it's actually that yes, will win, but Feyenoord would probably score. I mean, Stuttgart have one clean sheet in their last four. Couldn't shut out. Oh, they lost at Fenner. Speaking of, I thought they were from Sorare probabilities in his own model. I don't think so. I think these are all just sportsbook odds. I could be wrong. I don't know if Ricardo's around, but I'm almost certain these are just sportsbook odds. I talked about Stuttgart and Porto exactly because they're heavy favorites there, but don't seem that strong. Porto's justified, in my opinion, dominant in Portugal, and Utrecht fallen off after a decent start. Yeah, I think. Well, Porto, what is it? Porto Utrecht, as we said. Yeah, Porto Utrecht is much different than like again Feyenoord Stuttgart. Oh, here they are. Like I think Porto and Utrecht are probably like league wise. No, Portugal's better. The top of Portugal, I think, is better than and Utrecht's not even the top of Eredivisie anyway. So it's not like you're going to be that shouldn't be that one sided, but Porto away. Narc's fallen off a cliff since I got him. Mainz against Fiorentina. Barco, man. So Miri solid floor or solid AA game. Valentin Barco is just he's insane. He's so good. There's Stiller against Feyenoord. Porto as a manager is very familiar with Dutch football after his stint at Ajax. Okay, I get that. I get that. Oh, there's Nanasi, who's also hot, although I think he scored off the bench this weekend. Yeah, he did. Oh, wait a minute. Isn't Nanasi, is he Swedish? He is. Did he ever play there? Where did he play in Sweden? Oh, Malmo. I was like, man, did he play at Hocken? But I guess not. Um, so here's if I play a Miri, who do we trust? Oh, these are ugly, forward wise. Akturgalu at Pill. He's been awful. Did Nene score? Assist. I do love Fernandez Pardo. And then I don't think I have anyone else I would want to play from Porto. Froholt, maybe. I don't think I need that. Power Grade says Skriniar away to Victoria Pilsen. Now, I tend to almost always stack a defender and goalkeeper, which means I would be playing Ederson and Skriniar. But it seems like it's telling me not to do that. Braga against Genk. Victor Gomez. These scores have been pretty solid. Trending in the right direction, if you will. I haven't been following Genk much this season. Are they any good? Or do we just rely here on Victor Gomez? What do you guys think? Shedman7, what's up? What do you think I should do here? I'm not sure this is where I'm going, but I'm going to do it for now. To the Champions League stuff. That seems more exciting to me. I'd pick someone with a higher peak. I mean, that's got to be Stiller, right? Oh, wait, I could use a classic card. One of the Midtjylland guys. I mean, so Midtjylland played today. That's the maybe Akturgalu. I'd rather not play double forward only because I have. Yeah, Midtjylland. The Midtjylland stuff is tough because they play literally right now. Simsier starting today doesn't make me feel like he's going to start midweek. Do I have a classic forward I could play? Pretty much just need to see what happens with Midtjylland today. I forgot. Did Francolino start? Yeah, he did. They all like Simsier, Osorio, Frank. Oh man, they're going for it. That's shocking to me. Does he not play for? Yeah, he does. There he is. Set pieces aren't everything, apparently. Yikes. Shenman, can you answer a question I have about Sorare? I might be able to. For the record, I don't work directly for Sorare. I just host this stream, and so I can certainly try to answer the question to the best of my abilities, but I don't know for sure. Actually, curious what we look like for. This is going way off here, but I was just like, oh, there's U23 this game week. I wonder who like the U23 goalies are. Let's see how we do this. Schedule game week 24. Yep. Age. There's a U23 filter here somewhere, and I feel like I'm missing it. Oh, it's just leagues and competitions. There we go. Okay, U23. And I want to just do what goalkeepers do we have this game week? Maybe. There we go. Okay, so we have Braga's goalie, Lucas Hornacek. Oh, maybe. My Zoom seemed to have killed it. right, 56 goalies. If this is including U23, which it should be. Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, Yuma Obata? No game next game week. Did I lose my schedule? I did. Sorry, like refreshed and then. So we've got Lucas Hornacek from Braga, Lucas Chevalier from PSG, Trubin, Owusu Adoro, Penders, Atabolu. So a lot of like popular ones. Yaros from Aya. Oh no, he's not going to start. Oh, maybe it's not that many. I take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 2 Mike Penders cards. I have Trubin and I have Chevalier. Now, not the best matchups, and Trubin I put into that European Nights one. But let's see. If I wanted to play U23, and let me include cards I have in other lineups. Trubin. Let's see. Inacio against away to Juve. Due in Sweden. Sar in Sweden. Diao against Celtic. And that's Diomande. Oh, there's Dahl. Little defensive stack there. Bruges against Dortmund or against Barcelona seems not great. I could go full Benfica defensive stack. Do you know if I delete my account and start a new one, it's going to give me limited XP or limited essence? Why would you get anything for starting a new account? For deleting your account and starting a new one? I don't think you get, it all depends on what you end up playing, right? Shenman says no on Benfica. Borja with a 99. That's with the, at least I get my 200 XP. I'm not sure I put him in a lineup this week. Wow, 99. Do I have him in a lineup? Oh, I do. All-star. Oh. Can I click into this lineup somehow? No. Oh, man, the Bluto Glimt guys let me down here. What a lineup this could have been. Evian and Haug disappoint. Acuna 61 in a loss, but Borja, how did I not captain him? Borja 100. These guys, Midland guys starting right now, and I've got Garner, 3 o'clock my time. 78 points for reward. Anyway, sorry. Jude at Liverpool is probably fine, but I don't really want to play that. There's, Nanasi back in Sweden. Suzuki at Tottenham. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, El Canus against Feyenoord. Yeah, forward's always going to be the problem. Because my account is old and I want to start a new one. So I don't, Shenman, I don't understand what the question is in terms of like will they give you limited XP or limited essence? Like, I don't think you get anything for starting a new account. You can also just use your old account. I'm not sure. Like, I know you get market credits for signing up with a referral link, but I'm not sure there's a benefit. Like, why not just use your old account? But my guess is you get whatever the giveaways they have will be limited, nothing for rare. Anyway, that's just me tinkering around. I didn't really want to make this lineup. I don't play U23 enough, and I'd rather use these to try to win in European champions and European leagues. It's just something to consider. Again, no relegation here just makes it willing. Yeah, like you should be willing to take the risks. What's the worst that could happen? You don't win. So there's Trubin. Oh man, did I take that? Oh no, he's in this lineup or in a lineup. All right. Chevalier against Bayern doesn't seem ideal. What is our next best? So the next best is one of these four, right? Monaco in Norway, Leverkusen in Portugal, Sporting in Italy, or PSG hosting Bayern. Where do we go? I mean, I get four, so one of these guys will not be in a lineup. Like if I do Fleck in, and I almost, there's Bade, who I play with him. He's been good lately. I mean, Bayern are not like the best. Rui Silva, Juventus doesn't score many goals. Shenman said in the common packs and collections now, they give me XP. And I don't know if I started a new one, could get Essence or they give Essence. I don't know if they give Essence. I apologize. I'm not familiar with like how the new collection stuff works, but I imagine it's always limited or common, not rare or super rare or anything. Just realized I didn't play Pavlidis with the other Benfica guys, which was a defensive stack anyway. Do we think Pavlidis comes back, or Pavlidis like does more this game week because he was such a letdown the previous like this weekend? Oh wait, I'm not going to play him against Leverkusen. That Balogun away. That's more Monaco. I'll probably have a Monaco lineup as well. Or I just do another classic. So this is Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, I don't have anybody left. But I have a lot of like sporting guys. I could play for the sporting defensive stack. There's Aliesh Garcia. Wow, that is quite a fall. Oof. Oh, I guess against Bayern Munich. So if I do play Garcia, now I can play any. Alvarez against USG. That could be fun. Let's try that. And then I'm going to do a limited one also, or a limited one, obviously. I'm going to do a sporting one. I'll just do like my classic sporting stack though. But the fifth spot is going to be the interesting one because if I think they are going to, if I think there's a clean sheet, then I can play the two center backs. I can play Inacio and Diomande together. And I play this lineup. And then if they do get a clean sheet, like theoretically, the three of them score, they get the bonus, Silva gets the decisive, Inacio and Diomande, 20 points right there, raw score just from clean sheet. Or if they don't, and I can play Holman here instead of Diomande. This is literally the lineup I just played this past game week that scored 400 and something, 80 points or something like that. I also do have another Trincao, and I could play Trincao and Diomande in another lineup, but I don't think they're going to be that great. Cote's hot. Will he score at Juventus, or do we just play like the Inacio captain, hoping for the clean sheet? I think that's the play on that one. And then you got to play, I guess I have to play a Monaco one, which will be Cone and Teze. And then Trincao. Oh, Pavlidis. I guess we could do Trincao and Pavlidis because it's the last lineup. And then do I have any classic cards I would want to play? I just crafted a cursed Ousmane Dembele. Do I sell or keep? Wow, that's a great card. That's a really fun card. I would, I mean, it depends on what your gallery looks like. If you play Ligue 1, I know he's hurt right now, but if you play Ligue 1, that could be really helpful. If you don't, then selling it for something else makes sense. Ryan said, SofaScore says Juve only has 47% of the possession. Holman should get good A from passing. Makes sense on paper. Yeah, I mean, that's like Juve playing in Serie A against teams that are probably worse than or um, better than Sporting, but I don't know. Build a PSG stack. This is the way. I mean, you could do that. Let's see. I'm not going to play Hans. Suzuki's been so good. But away to Tottenham, not great. Evian against Monaco is not going to work. Jude back in England could be kind of fun. Yeah, do we just... Oh, wow. Andre Santos is going to play? And Chalanoglu's not. I have like 20 cards and I only play Prem Limited. Then I would sell it. I think you could sell that card and play and buy Prem cards. I don't know what a Dembele goes for these days. It is like a special one. Yeah, like that. That's cool. So the last secondary market one went for $69. Oh, no, that's not a cursed. There we go. 73. That doesn't mean yours could be 73, but, you know, in the 60-ish range. The injury was tough timing. But here's the floor, $71. $80 floor for the Halloween one. Just depends on how quickly you want to sell it. Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. I wouldn't, yeah. I wouldn't necessarily, if you only play Prem, then keeping it doesn't really get you anything. All right. So this last spot, do we go Jude against Liverpool? I was going to captain him too, but that seems a little crazy. Let's captain Pavlidis because he let us down last game week. There we go. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, let's see what a classic lineup looks like. So I only have two goalies left. Chevalier and Nordine Jackers. But again, there's no relegation here. Go to Marseille, home against Atalanta. Not really much going on here. This lineup just kind of makes itself because of the guys that I have. Evian against Monaco. Yeah, I don't have any Monaco here. Chumeni against Liverpool. Kvaratskhelia because it's just fun, and JPH. Six rare cards and a limited. In-season limited. By the way, so I've had that card for a long time. Like long time. Because it's part of one of my favorite collections. Here's that Julian Alvarez card, which has right now 49,234 XP. But yeah, I got that card literally 4 years ago. May 29th, 2021. I absolutely love that card. And this collection, like Nicolas de la Cruz, he was like my favorite player in the world for a long time, but this still has plenty of usable cards. Like Enzo Perez and Nacho Fernandez both left River Plate and came back. Jose Paradella's in Mexico now. Palavecino is there as well. Vigo is in Brazil somewhere and has actually been playing very well. Had like this nice run here, which I didn't ever have in a lineup. And then I put him in for this 47. Of course, he didn't do anything. Anguilleri is at Corinthians. Montiel is back at River Plate with Paulo Diaz. I bet this Paulo Diaz has more XP than that Alvarez one. Yeah, 51,808. And Hector Martinez was at Miami, but he's back. And then Armani, Petroli, Bologna, and Centurion are all like active starting goalies. I bet this lineup, this one has even more XP than the 57,500. Oh, yeah. And Santiago Simon is in Mexico. You're right. Is he at no, he's not at Toluca. Where is he? Oh, he is. Yeah, I was right. He's at Toluca. This one only has 5,700. I never used it, but that's a 1 of 100. And there are a bunch of 1 of 100s in this collection, like Lux here, Petroli, Martinez. I mean, no, it doesn't actually show, but yeah, I love this collection. Yeah. All right, so I think that's everything we had. We got through everything. We've got European champions coming up this midweek. There are other competitions, or excuse me, other leagues that are playing. I think. Let me see. Oh, actually, let me do it this way. So what else do we have? So this is Tuesday. Obviously, Game Week starts Tuesday. We do have some Asian Champions League, some championship. That's the Champions League stuff. That's Ecuador. More Asian Champions League. Vissel Kobe against Ulsan. La Liga 2, Real Sociedad Dos, if you will. I thought there's Peru and Ecuador. Oh yeah, Brazil. I knew there was full Brazil because I thought I saw Mineiro play. But there's Internacional, Corinthians, Flamengo. Actually, I wonder if that means, because I saw Neymar is back. Can I get a Neymar card in? Or do they not play? Do we get a little midweek Neymar? We do. Away to Palmeiras. Couldn't be any worse of a matchup. But is what it is. So we've got, these are all European matches. There's some more Brazil, Fluminense. Oh, it's the last game of the game week. Santos at Palmeiras. Right after New York City FC at Charlotte. Shout out to Trip and B. Again, if you're looking for that, I just went into the All-Star competition. And if you scroll down, this is the case with any comp. It'll show you all of the matches that are part of that competition. So if you're like, oh, what's in the European Champions one? Just go into that, scroll down, view matches, and they're all there. And this is probably a bad example because I have players from like almost every match. But you can go to it, let's say an All-Star, and at the top right here, you have my cards, and it'll take out all of the games where you don't have players in them. So that's worth checking out. And then I actually meant to bring this up earlier. Oh, it's not there anymore. Is it under play? No. Oh, market. It was under market. The new market homepage here which is like amazingly helpful. But like top projected picks for the game week, we've got auctions here, best performers. You can see what people in your circle are buying, and all of the trending watch lists are there. So then, yeah, check that out. So yeah, that's all I got for today. Thank you for everybody for coming. Remember to subscribe to the channel and make sure you get all of your Sorare content, or get notified for when all of the new Sorare content is up on this channel. If you're looking for more from me, you can go over to Sorare with Laird. That is my YouTube channel. I also have a Patreon, which is under the Laird Social Club. Helps support all of the content that I do. And there's some community Discord for that, as well as some members-only videos that go up, throughout the week. Some of my live streams, some of the Sorare with Laird live streams are for members only, at least as they are live. So if you want to catch all of that, you can become a member. But at the very least, if you wouldn't mind heading over to the Sorare with Laird channel on YouTube and subscribing, it's a great way to just say thank you for the content that I do. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming. Good luck with all of your midweek lineups, and please don't forget to go outside.